What makes a city? Is it the name, the landmass, infrastructures, the people, and the population density? Or is it the road networks boosting commercial activities? In the case of our own city, a fulfillment of divine promise, a promise which started as an unexpected answer to a little prayer, which could only have been activated by faith.
One man gave us a land at Epe, where Academy is now. It was a very difficult place to locate, not for Epe, that corner. When we come there to work, because they said everyone should be coming to work once in a month, one weekend. So we came from Ilorin that day to work at the camp. And God told me, this is not our camp. That our camp is at Express Way. Where is Express? I told the general officer. Because so many people have been bringing some offer to him. But finally, somebody brought the offer of Express Way. We came there around 82. By 83, the campground was located. The first convention, 85. Then Abasia said he will not go back home. He's going to stay in this place. Okay, where are we going to believe in you? He said you're going to build somewhere. If you don't build for Mama Lakoso, forget about building on this camp. No way. Thank God, we managed to build one house, just the size of the gallery now for Mama, the other side. The only forced road. And then we have one Paco house, we call it Paco. It's built with Paco plank. And our bed is plank from the bricklayers and whatever, the one they will use, the rough something. That's where we used to sleep. So that was how he started the gallery. We were molding the block with mud. Then they put fire under it to make it dry well before they set it. That gallery. But we thank God. It was a house of power and of revelation. For 3 years we were here, no electricity. Our firstborn, we bring him, we run back to Lagos, Deolu. The rest can't run back. Deolu will run back to Lagos. We thank God. We had it rough. The children had it rough, as we have had some of the times. But God was with us. God was with us. He has been faithful. We give him all the glory.
A campground which has now metamorphosed into a city. A campground sitting on more than 3,000 hectares of land, with a population of more than 15,000 people, and still on an incremental pace, have since metamorphosed into a city which is without doubt a heaven to many seeking godly ambience.
We had the first convention here in 1983 at the first auditorium, maybe 80 by 120 or so. That was the beginning of the expansion, because from that Juneteenth convention, all of us, workers and some members too, we on Friday till Saturday evening, we all gather here to work. We work throughout the night, preparing the auditorium for the convention. The size of the camp is just by that Holiness Road down to the main road. From Holiness Road down to the main road. This side we have the auditorium. That the GO's office is where camp manager's office. That building before the camp manager's office, there is one 3-bedroom. That's where the GO office was then. They pull it down now and build an upstairs there. And the pastor's lodge, if you go to the back of that building, they have that bungalow there. That's where all the full pastors, when you are ordained as full pastor, they give you a bed there. So once you're ordained full pastor, about 12 of you will be, your family cannot come with you, cannot follow you. About 12 of you in a room, and just about 6 or 7 rooms. That's where you have the accommodation for the full pastor. That was the beginning of this camp. The expansion started coming. The mission began to purchase more land, and the expansion started coming from there. After some years in this auditorium here, and the auditorium could not contain us again. That was when we moved and started another auditorium where we have the children and teen place today. And through the expansion now, Daddy now said, as many as want to build, apply to the general overseer. If we grant you the approval, they will give you a land where you can build. And before you know it, people started applying, and today we have close to 21 functional estates in the Redeemed Christian Church of God city now. The city is growing in leap and bound, and we believe it will continue to grow until it becomes the city we all dream about. A city where God resides, a city where the spiritual atmosphere is strong, a city where people can be friendly to each other. That is the kind of vision we have for this city, and we are trusting God it will come to pass in our own time.
The Redemption City hosted monthly Holy Ghost service and several other national and international programs with millions in attendance. As the Redemption City grows bigger, business establishments and tech innovations have become part of the urbanization and transformational process of the city.
When I first moved to the Redemption City, my first job was as an office assistant, and you would not believe me when I say in the space of 7 years, I've been able to go from that to being a creative director, servicing multiple clients internationally and locally. This is one of those impacts that the Redemption City can have on you. I was opportune to attend a bootcamp in 2015 that exposed me to different things that are possible. I never knew anything about social media, even though I use it, but I didn't know people were doing things with it. I didn't know anything about the fact that you had to code for things to work. I didn't know there was anything like graphics design and all of that. You might not believe me, but I didn't see those things as actual things that people do. Yeah, so being able to be in an environment that exposed me to those kind of things was very, very impactful and helped me go back and learn on my own and just be more hungry and curious. These kind of boot camps and tech trainings still go on within the Redemption City, and I try myself to even attend some of them because I don't know what I might encounter. And these things revolve around the fourth industrial revolution, teaching you in-demand skills like blockchain, AI, data science, and many more. Where you find stability, you will see growth. Redemption City is one of the most peaceful places within Nigeria. It almost doesn't seem like Nigeria sometimes. In the next few years, I see Redemption City having a mini Silicon Valley within it, creating an ecosystem for innovators and inventors to solve problems locally and internationally.
A developed city as a result of the healthy and conducive environment provided for entrepreneurs and their businesses to thrive. The city's growth has become evident in all spheres.
This city is at the center of almost everything. If you are going to Ibadan, it's 30 to 45 minutes. If you are going to Shagamu, it's like 20 minutes. Shagamu is just like the backyard. If you are going to Lagos, it's 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes at the maximum. So it's at the center of the major places that things happen geographically in the southwestern part of Nigeria. That's one. Then also when you talk about security, I've not seen anywhere around Nigeria that has the level of security that the Redemption City has. Whether the spiritual side, the hosts of heaven are always here guarding you. If you are talking about the security infrastructure that has been put down by our Father in the Lord as well, it's really, really robust, and there are a lot of things that I don't even know. We have CCTVs in places where you don't even expect, and sometimes when things happen and the security guys just tell you that, okay, no problem, and it's just like an MI6 standard kind of operation when they are doing investigations and all of that. So it's really, really amazing, and it sends a signal to criminals that try to perpetrate any form of evil or criminality around the redemption city. Also, the third part is the constant power supply. One of the amazing things I love about the redemption city is the fact that we have been able to create an ecosystem that has everything that you need within the city. There are a lot of times that the only time I leave the redemption city is only probably Sundays when I'm going to church, and I would have loved to even worship on the redemption city, but fortunately I'm a parish pastor in a church in Lagos. The ecosystem of the city has been able to provide for both sellers and buyers to meet at a place where there's an equilibrium. So in a residential city like the redemption city, you have all of these things there because there's a lot of activity that goes on regarding the economics of this amazing city. We have a market that is competing with the markets that are outside of this city, and everything that you practically need anywhere else outside of the city is here.
Our unique city with a touch of heaven, an ambience and culture of holiness, peace, perfection, and grace all over. When it comes to the fulfillment of divine promise, the city, the redemption city, is a classic example, expanding, increasing in splendor, and cloaked in glory. Welcome to the redemption city.